Oh, you're right. No audio.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, Dave. Hello and welcome to Chattanooga Live from glamorous Finley Stadium. I'm Simon Neal. I'm here with Lucas Panzica, my commentating associate tonight, while Carlos is away. And we have a special guest in our midst. A lot of you will recognise this gentleman sitting here. How are you, El Conductor?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful evening for soccer.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you join us from the mystery place where you reside. Can you tell us about your journey in from wherever it is you live tonight?
Well, I live here in Finley Stadium, so for me this is, not too far of a walk. I basically woke up, put my outfit on, and then there were thousands of people rolling into Finley Stadium. So, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you always wanted to know is, where does El Conductor come from? Well, now tonight we're playing Memphis City FC. They've come to us for the return leg of the game. We played them at Memphis and it was a 0-0 draw, and we're hoping for a better result for CFC tonight. Of course, Memphis won a good result too tonight, so an interesting game afoot, I think. CFC are on a winning streak, 2 5-0 games back-to-back, beat Nashville 2-1. Now we're looking to keep the winning streak going and stay at the top of the table in the MPSL. So, El Conductor, tell us a bit about the MPSL table. It's been very changeable the last couple of days.
Yes, it has. Basically, there's been a lot more parity this season. You see a lot less distance from the top to the bottom. And so what you've got is kind of a logjam near the top right now. Of course, we're tied with New Orleans, and Nashville is right behind both of us, nipping at our heels. So tonight's game, everybody's trying to get points any way they can. So very important game. Every game's important from here on out.
You're right, it is. Lucas, do you have a question for El Conductor?
Yeah, well, Conductor, first of all, 5 home games in a row for any team is a lot. I can't imagine what it is for you living in Finley Stadium. Tell me how that's been.
Well, it's been great. Some of these games, traveling on the road, especially midweek games when you're traveling, it can be kind of rough. So tonight, of course, is a midweek game, but it's at home, so that's good for us. Hopefully, Memphis will be a little jet lagged getting over here, and we'll take advantage of that.
These last 2 teams, Birmingham and Carolina, two worst defenses in the league, basically allowing the most goals of any other team. Memphis a step up in competition from the last couple of weeks. Of course, we saw those 10 goals in 2 games. So what are you expecting tonight from CFC?
Well, I'm expecting the guys to come out and basically try to repeat what they've been doing these last few games. I think the team really feels confident. Chattanooga, we've been hitting on all cylinders, so I think we're probably going to come out very aggressively and really try to see if we can just shake Memphis from the beginning. Now they're an experienced club, so we'll see how they respond, but I think Chattanooga's going to come out just shooting the lights out and just see if we can run away with this game.
This onslaught of goals that really sparked after that win against Nashville, the free kick from Danny Reynolds. What do you think it was, that free kick that kind of lit a fire into them that caused that? Because that was the main concern that first half of the season, was scoring.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you look back at that game at halftime, we were down 1-0. And I know the mood over there in 109 was pretty low. I mean, we were all basically saying to each other, okay, this is it. These last 45 minutes are going to determine how we do the rest of the season. And so, we came back out. We were very aggressive. We got that goal, and then, we got the red card, and there was that moment of like, okay, can we hang on to this? But the intensity didn't stop. We kept pressing, we kept shooting, we kept getting in good chances, and, the crowd was getting into it. We were, feeding off of that. They were feeding off of us, and then at the end to just basically take it all at the end like that was amazing. So hopefully that is the story of the season for us, that was where it all turned around.
Score prediction for tonight, what you got?
Oh, golly. Okay. These are never right, so there's no pressure here. But I think we take this one 3-0.
Well, we saw Danny Whitehall get it right at halftime. He said the outcome would end up being 5-0 in that last game against Carolina, so you might be right.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
I'm in competition with Danny Whitehall.
I think so. Out of the blue, Danny said 5-0, and we were like, are you sure? And he was absolutely right. We couldn't believe it. So that was a great prediction from Danny. Haven't heard from him tonight. I'll send him a text and find out what he thinks it'll be tonight so we can get the prediction for the game tonight.
I bet it's 3-0. I bet he says 3-0.
He says 3-0. Well, we can go with that. I can live with 3-0. Now, one of the things about playing tonight is a team from Tennessee. And we're playing Nashville on Saturday, as some of you know, away in Nashville. One of the things that's been set up for the Tennessee teams is something called the Volunteer Shield. If you're new to CFC, you may not know much about that, but this man here knows quite a lot about it. And the Volunteer Shield is very close to his heart, and not just for protection from flying bullets. So would you like to tell us a bit more about the Volunteer Shield and what we're playing for tonight?
Yes. Well, the Volunteer Shield is a trophy that goes to the premier soccer team in the state of Tennessee, and it's done by the supporter groups of the various Tennessee teams. So 3 years ago, we got together and we decided, okay, let's have a trophy for this Tennessee-based rivalry, and Chattanooga has won it every year that we've had the trophy. Now, this year, things are a little differently because we had new teams in the conference. It was a little bit tough because not all of the Tennessee teams play one another. So we had to get creative. We had a meeting in the preseason with the other fan bases, and we said, okay, how can we resolve this asymmetrical season where basically Memphis plays all the Tennessee teams and Knoxville only plays Memphis, and Chattanooga and Nashville play one another and Memphis. So what we did was we divided it into groups. Chattanooga and Nashville are in a group, Group A, and then Memphis and Knoxville are in Group B. So the winners of those two groups will advance, and then should they meet in the playoffs, that game will determine who is the Volunteer Shield champion. If they don't meet in the playoffs, which we really hope that doesn't happen, then there's a whole series of tiebreakers based on how well they did versus the various Tennessee teams. Now, Knoxville they have a win against Memphis that they're riding on, so they're in the lead for their group. Although all four teams are still in it at this point. Memphis could still win the Volunteer Shield. Anybody could. So what's important about tonight, even though these two teams aren't in the same group, is this could become critical for some tiebreaker points. So obviously both teams want to win. Should Memphis not win, they actually would be eliminated from the Volunteer Shield. Okay. Chattanooga wouldn't, but it would be very hard for us to win it if we don't win tonight. So we really want to win. We want to keep winning, and then hopefully play Knoxville in the playoffs and beat them.
Okay, so yeah, with Chattanooga winning it since it was first started, Chattanooga's won every year, and there's that feeling like this is a fix or something's going on, but in fact it's just been the way it's worked out, and it has been agreed between all the teams in the state, not just something that Chattanooga set up to make itself look better. So yeah, there's something riding on this tonight, and it gives an added bit of spice for the Tennessee teams against the whole league, which we're watching as well for the results of the league. And the league is split into two halves, isn't it?
Oh, yes. There's a Western Division and an Eastern Division, and we're in the Western Division. So, yes, we are in the same division with Memphis, Nashville, and, of course, us. So those three Tennessee teams are in the West, and then Knoxville is the only Tennessee team that's over in the East, and that's why we don't all play one another. If Chattanooga were over in the East, for example, it probably would have balanced out better, and we would have played more teams, or Knoxville would have played more teams, something like that. But it is what it is. We can only work with the games that we have on the schedule, and so we're doing our best as far as tiebreakers and all that. But what you really want is for it to be settled on the field. So hopefully the winners from both groups will meet in the playoffs, and that will determine it all.
Well, that's what we'd like to see, but it certainly adds a little extra something to the game tonight.
Oh, yes.
So it's always good to see something else going on apart from just league play. So yeah, tonight's a beautiful night. We got beautiful sunshine, good crowd coming in tonight. So we're looking forward to that. The teams are starting to get ready. We've got the referees out in red tonight, so we're getting close to kickoff. So Lucas, any more questions for our conductor before we send him back to wherever it is he comes from?
Well, it's a weekday game. Are you guys going to be a little bit louder today?
Oh, I think so, yeah. One of the things we try to focus in on these games is really getting the larger part of the crowd into it. I know Galen working Capo, he's got a lot of stuff planned specifically to draw in that other crowd. We've got some specific Memphis and Tennessee type chants and songs that we're going to do. Hopefully it gets the whole crowd on board and brings us another win.
Oh, thank you, conductor.
Yeah, all right. Good to have our conductor here. We don't see him very often, so folks, take a good look because he's here now, but who knows when this matter of mystery might appear. Now, the next step in the game, Lucas and I are going to go down to the commentary box and get set up there, so we'll be joining you very shortly. Don't go away. Keep an eye on what's happening on the field as the teams come out. We'll be joining you very shortly, and we'll be kicking off in about 5 or 10 minutes. So from us, see you shortly.
Felipe Antonio. Number 14, Kieran Bywater. Number 7, John Carrier. Number 23, Leo DeSmith. Number 21, Jordan Dunstan. Number 9, Zeka. Number 12, John Finley. Number 1, Paolo Pita. Number 6, Jake Young. And number 24, Soren Uhaszczyk. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of tonight's national anthem, which will be performed by Lindsay Ford.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Absolutely. Let's go to that right now. I'll give you Memphis and we'll give you Chattanooga. So, starting point for Memphis. I'll give you Chattanooga. I'm not going to give you the one from last week. This happens on my desk. These were human, like, okay. Kevin Denver in midfield. Number 21, Joshua Fines in defence. 28, Andrew Fox in defence. Number 10, Mario Hyman in defence. In midfield, Lewis Jones, number 16. Up front, Substitution in the 13. Forward, Luke Parker, who's played before, number 11. Up front, Jermaine Steele, number 18. Forward, Flex Tubbs in goal again, number 1. And Parker Ward in midfield, number 9. Well, that's right. It works so well on Saturday. The teams just gel so well together. And so, as we say, why not for success? And quite a strong bench too, Chattanooga, I think. And Memphis remember to bring bench this time. They've got, I think, 8 people and 9 on the bench. So they've got a good team picture. So, probably getting pretty hot down there tonight. It's close to 90 degrees when I was down on the field earlier. So, it's going to be a lot of people with individual heat and dehydration. And Memphis getting us underway. So, look out for a lot of substitutions, probably a water break or two as well. Looks like Memphis playing from your screen from right to left in all white, Chattanooga all dark blue from left to right.
Thank you again for joining us down in the live stream. Thank you, sponsors, as usual, Volkswagen Chattanooga. We took the title back to Chattanooga. Proud sponsors of Chattanooga 2009. Chattanooga now starting with their first possession of the match. The ball's at Jake Young's feet. Gives it back to Peter. Fifth straight home game in the last 4, tied 1, 1-3, 1-2, and highly convincing fashion signing with back-to-back 5-0 victories.
Absolutely, who can argue with that, Lucas? Always impressive when you get a victory like that with a total shutout too. Not only does that improve Chattanooga's goal difference, but by keeping a clean sheet, it means they've got a whopping goal difference of plus 13, which is puts them certainly on the top of the table in the time. So that's always good to see.
Jake Young runs down to main field. Memphis is going to get two big match. 16 youth going back to the goalie bench.
Lucas was saying, we're on a big run of 5 games here at Finley Stadium. Tonight is the last. The next one is away at Nashville, July the 1st on Saturday evening. So if you want to go to that game, there's a bus being run by the Chatter Hooligans, and there's still a few seats left on it. So what I would do is go on the Facebook page for the Chatter Hooligans and get yourself signed up for that trip to Nashville, because that's going to be a lot of fun to go up there for a weekend with these rowdy people and see Chattanooga FC take on International in their home turf.
Love to see those back-to-back 5-0 victories. But like you mentioned in the pregame, Simon, those two teams near the bottom of the table in the league, the two worst defenses allowing the most goals in the league. So there's a little bit of better competition than this teams 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
So Chattanooga kind of has to go with the same mentality.
I think they have to play their A game, whoever they're playing. At the moment, there's always games left in the season. They need to maximise that and get as many points as they can, wherever they can take them. Because picking up 1 point here and there on each game at the start of the season didn't do them any favours, and they didn't think it was the best start they've ever had. So, yeah, I think it's going to be all out now until the end of the scheduled season on July the 8th. Not bad at all. I think the success of the weekend helped drive people in again tonight. And I'm certainly looking at about maybe 3,000, 3,500. So it's pretty good. Certainly the Chattanooga section is very full. And I know that a lot of my fellow hooligans down there have recruited a friend or two. They swelled the ranks up probably another 20 or so tonight. So if everybody brings a friend who brings a friend, then you're going to fill the stadium pretty fast. I think I've opened both sides eventually. Keep doing this, and that's what we want to do, is have the whole stadium filled. Oh yeah. Very nicely hit under the defenders. So I see that Zeka made it to the Chattanooga Times 3 place for that. Star. Young. Oh, Carrier. Yep. That's right. Chattanooga looking aggressive from the get-go, Lucas.
Good ball out here to Substitution.
Luke Parker there again, being quick, hitting so fast. I've always enjoyed watching Luke Parker play. He's one of the Memphis standouts. And I think it's his third or fourth season in the team. He's always been good. So I think the defence are going to have to watch him because he's obviously trying to sneak in and turn and get a shot and goal. They have. It was our first game of last year's season, 2016, when Chattanooga played them, and they came out strong. It was a good game in their first game away at Memphis, and we always enjoyed playing against them. I think both teams were all frustrated with a 0-0 draw last time. Both had shots on goal and didn't really connect, so I think both would like to get some goals tonight to redress the balance of that.
Send it in for Memphis. Right into the hand.
Yep, to just get there for Pete, you read that one coming in nicely.
A lot of players on these two teams, they know each other, haven't played each other before,
Right.
in the same state. And guys like Zeka, who come from Memphis,
Correct.
University, and guys like Felipe Oliveira, who plays for TNC now, formerly played for Memphis.
That's right. And also Cameron Woodfin played at Memphis last year and so did Jay Wiltshire. So now they're playing for us. So yeah, there's a lot of interchange among these college players.
Familiar foes here.
Yep. Absolutely. Cross in. Oh, well played. You house check hearing that one.
Excellent game last Saturday.
He did.
Carolina Memphis got out. As did Antonio, who tried to do something here. And Memphis wins the third.
Chattanooga using the width of the field again there, Lucas. Not trying to stay on one side. John Finley way up there on the wing. Carrier. Sneaks through there. And the Memphis keeper Ben Strupp gathers it. Not too much problem there.
Loves to run all the way upfield. And here's Nishi.
Oh,
Now Antonio.
dispossessed.
CFC might have numbers here. Here's
Back to the Schmidt. Across the box and too far for Zeka. Nice move.
No goalkeeper been forced into a save just yet in the first 9 minutes. Chattanooga trying to close out this streak of 5 straight home games. Something you don't often see in a regular season. Those first 4 games are away.
Yeah, they usually alternate better than that, and it's like home away, and this time it was just all away, which was wearing on the travelling fans a bit.
Chattanooga after this will head to Nashville to have a rematch with International FC after that exciting game with the stoppage time free kick by Danny Reynolds that has really turned around Chattanooga's season. Here's Antonio. Aldred. Too much of a touch. And it's cleared away.
Ball's running fast tonight, Lucas. It's really skipping along this grass.
Oh, a
So
high
far-
clearance
He did not
by
get hold of
Pita.
that.
And the header by Luke Parker doesn't cause too much of a threat.
Wow.
Pita catches a break there.
Yeah, he really does. Luke Park usually buries those.
Here's Aldred.
coming through traffic. Out to Carrier. Carrier looking for a shot. Pushed from
Carrier
behind.
dispossessed.
Referee says play on.
Dispossessed by Keba Demba. And now here's Parker trying to win it.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of pushing and shoving going on here.
Parker does enough to win the free kick. Chattanooga's not happy about it.
That's right. And the referee giving one foul, not the other. Never goes down well with the home fans, but he's on the field and we're not.
Rarely does the referee win over fans, right?
That's true. That's not really what they're there for, is it?
So Chattanooga to try to create their first real chance of the game. Lewis Jones over the ball.
Let's see if this is a repeat of the first free kick or something different. And kind of a repeat, floats it in, heads on. Peter says thank you and picks it up, and back to where we were, really.
Antonio has some
Antonio's
space
free
if he
a
can
little
keep it
bit,
in, but he can't.
A little bit strong there.
So it'll be thrown in by Damian Austin, the right back. Coach Rafael Rodriguez's squad coming off of a loss against the New Orleans Jesters, 3-2 in New Orleans. Jesters and Chattanooga both tied atop the NPSL South in points, 16 apiece. Memphis trying to create something.
Keeping possession well. Trying to find a gap in the CFC defence.
Here's Nishi. He's going to cross it. Well done to close it off, Finley.
Pushed him down and
But the foul is called on Finley.
foul. Nishi holding Finley back, and Finley retaliates. The referee doesn't like that at all.
Whistle's going Memphis's way so far in this game.
And referee wants to talk to John Finley. I'm sure he'll give him a piece of his mind.
A little early for cards in the first
It is.
12 minutes,
It
but
is.
Finley may be close.
Well, Finley was definitely held back.
So now Jermaine Steele and Lewis Jones. Looks like Jermaine Steele might put it in for Memphis. Someone will try to get ahead on it to break the deadlock. Have an early goal.
Peter set on the wall.
Here comes Steele. Good ball in. Pita does well. Uses his
Doesn't touch
big
it.
paw, but no, he did not touch it.
Didn't
It'll
need
be
to
a goal
touch it 'cause
kick.
it was clear he had it covered, but he didn't need to touch it. So
Well done by Pita.
Good read on that one too.
Chattahoogans showing their appreciation.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of swapping between goalkeepers, but do you think Coach Elliott has kind of chosen Pita as the goalie going forward? Or do you think we might still see some Pierre Gardin?
I think we'll see Gardan as well. He's got depth in the keeping squad, and I think he'll take advantage of that and give more the chance to play and keep them fresh. Unless somebody gets hurt, he'll keep rotating them because they're both proved their worth in the last couple of games, and so he has the problem of having good keepers to pick from like he had last season, so it's a good problem to have. Some teams only have like one really strong keeper, and if he gets hurt or something happens to him or he gets a recall from his college, then they're a bit stuck. So we're lucky we're not in that position tonight.
Both goalkeepers at high-profile soccer schools in the U.S. Gardin playing for VCU. Pita going into his sophomore season at Charleston. In the 2016 season, Pita was undefeated in his 11 starts for Charleston. Promising career ahead for the São Paulo native. Out to Jake Young. Chattanooga trying to control the ball.
I must say Memphis are doing well with the marking. They're getting a lot closer on Chattanooga than some of the teams we've seen here have.
Looking for Zeka.
Zeka trying to get space there.
But Mario Hyman dispossesses.
Carrier streaks and steals the ball.
send
Gets
it in.
across. And Memphis clear, but only as far as John Finley.
Right to the feet of John Finley. Finley will put it back
Push
in
it
on
again,
the ground.
but did not connect well with that one.
Headed
I
out.
don't think he meant to do that.
Not likely. Here's Antonio trying to replicate his performance from Saturday, CFC's leading scorer.
Free trying to get the one-touch shot going here. Carrier on his
Carrier,
own.
Finley asking for it.
Carrier getting held back again.
No
Referee
whistle.
Not seeing it. So
Here goes Luke Parker, being closed down on by Juhaszczyk. Doesn't have much help from his teammates. Juhaszczyk does well to win the foul.
The referee calls a foul there against Parker for holding Juhaszczyk.
So Chattanooga already looking like they're in for more of a challenge than they've seen in the last 2 games. See if this scoring streak can keep up tonight.
Yeah, we played quarter of an hour so far, Lucas. No score, but quite some interesting action so far. I think we'll
Good game shaping up
see
here in
something
Fort
happen.
Finley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Antonio.
Lovely ball from
He's got
Antonio.
space.
Got space. Oh, well saved by Struts.
Closed off by
Well
Struts.
saved. Puts his foot out and saves it. Good
Finley
close down.
chests it down.
Finley having a go now. Trying to come through, make space. There he goes.
Beats his man. Sends it in. Not yet.
No.
Takes
still
a touch.
Finley.
Then sends it in.
Yeah,
Antonio's there.
Antonio, there it is. 1-0.
Didn't take long. 16 minutes.
1-0 to CFC. Antonio again, the first goal. Now the leading scorer on 5.
5 goals for Felipe Antonio in his maiden season with Chattanooga. John Finley on the assist. Excellent work by Finley down the right side. And Chattanooga draws first blood in the 16th minute.
That's what we were saying was going to happen, weren't we? We were saying they were looking to come out hard and strong, and there it is. John Finley dinking through the defence, taking the second chance, not panicking, and putting it straight through the 6-yard box. Felipe Antonio there, ready to just nudge it in and across the line, and 1-0 to Chattanooga FC. Now we've got a game going, Lucas. Now we've got lots to come.
See if it opens up a little bit here. And who else to dink it in but Felipe Antonio?
Exactly. Our leading scorer.
Antonio playing to the right of Zeka. 2 played so well together on Saturday. Now Zeka will want a goal of his own.
Of course.
Who doesn't?
I want a goal of my own.
I'm sure there are some adult leagues around the area.
There are indeed, but I'm even
think
too
you're
old
still
for that.
fit enough?
I'm too old for that. I should be in the.
What position did you play when you back in the day? When
I played forward.
Played forward.
I played
Okay.
in school. Yep.
Goal scorer.
Yes, sir.
Ball being taken up by Lewis Jones.
Nice touch. but,
Cleared away by Aldred.
Aldred there to clear it.
Aldrin has put in so many solid performances as the team's captain, anchoring the defensive midfield spot. And Andrew Forrest will throw it in for Memphis. Finds Luke Parker.
Running out of space there and out for a goal kick.
'18th minute here at Fort Finley. Chattahoogans making some noise. Very close to the same time where we saw that first goal on Saturday.
That's right, it was just about that time on Saturday.
And then Zeka followed it up with a 25th minute finish to double the lead.
Let me check my notes on Saturday. I got all that written down. I think it was around the same time. I think it was the 15th minute when he scored before. That seems to be the key time for Antonio Nicole. Here he comes again.
Antonio tries to play in for Zeka. And it's closed off, but here's Dunstan. Just plays it right back to Damian Austin.
Yep, on the game on Saturday, Antonio scored in the 19th minute, and in the game against the rematch against Birmingham, he scored in the 11th minute, so he likes to get the first goal of the game.
Get the feeling you'll see Antonio in the starting lineup quite a lot going forward for CFC if he chooses to stay next season. Aldred intercepts up to Zeka. Zeka plays back. Juhaszczyk with the sliding challenge. Excuse me, that was Bywater with the challenge, and it's called. Referee now calling Bywater back. May get a warning here. Having a discussion with the referee. He did not like that.
A lively discussion with Kieran Bywater going on here.
Thought he challenged for the ball. Referee thought differently, so Lewis Jones will put another one into the box for
Out the
Memphis.
same place. They've actually had 3 free kicks from the same spot on the field,
Right.
just about.
Chattanooga done a good job of cleaning them up so far. Memphis trying to equalize.
Same as last time.
And right into the
And
hands of
same as
Peter.
last time, Peter comes
Same
and picks
result.
it up. I think they want to bear it up, Lucas, and try something a little different for the next free kick. It's getting a bit predictable.
Maybe some trickery from the training grounds.
Well, I think so.
Pita has been steady in goal, like we mentioned, past few games for Chattanooga. Soren Juhaszczyk. Out to Jake Young. Up to Zeka. Finley.
Flicked
Back
on
to
by
Zeka.
Finley.
Excellent
Nice
1-2.
Zeka behind Carrier, but he manages to get it back.
He recovers and he gets the whistle.
Being held back again by Kevin Denver there.
Quickly taken by Chattanooga, but the referee will have them come
Referee
back.
wants to slow it down and take it from the right place and wants to talk to make sure it's taken from the right place. And Matt Aldrin not happy about that.
Well, already a little bit of tension here early
There is.
on.
Yeah, there is. The referee's not helping it, I have to say. He's making things a bit difficult.
So now Chattanooga will try one of their own. Their first free kick of the game.
DeSchmidt over the ball.
Jake Young.
Fainting away. Referee still holding things up a little
Schmidt
bit.
plays
now.
it in. It's a good
In
ball.
the play, ball loose in the box.
Antonio
over the-
tries for an acrobatic
Oh, the bicycle kick.
bicycle kick. Well, whether it's on target or not, fans love to see the ambition,
Of course.
particularly from the leading goal scorer. He's very full on confidence right now.
Yes, he is.
So Struts, his goal kick, tries to find Parker, but it's settled by Carrier. And DeSchmidt looking for Zeka over the top. Well done by DeSchmidt
Yeah.
to keep it inside.
He's having a good game. Nice
Antonio,
ball. Antonio's
flag
free.
goes up.
Just offside. That was very close to being a quick break there for Chattanooga FC.
That's our first offside of the match. 23rd minute here for Finley. Chattanooga leading 1-0 off of the goal from Felipe Antonio at the feet of Andrew Forrest to Mario Hyman. Up to Mustafa Wadden.
Chattanooga defence holding a nice steady line there. They're making sure they take advantage of the offside trap if they can do, and holding a very steady line, let the Memphis players creep into the offside position there.
Here's Joshua Fines. Intercepted by Aldridge. Chattanooga has some numbers. Finds Zeka. Zeka doesn't take a good enough
Shreds
touch.
on the ball. Oh no.
And Keba Demba cleans it up.
That could have been so dangerous.
Here's Andrew Forrest. Over the top. Looking for Demba. Excuse me, Wadden.
Number one, and Peter picks it up again and calmly plays it back on.
So here's Dunston on the ball. Chattanooga, for the majority of this young game, been controlling possession. Building from the back. Here's Zeka.
Dispossessed, but Jake Young able to recover the ball nicely. Here has checked back to DeSchmidt. He's given plenty of space on that far side. DeSchmidt coming forward, no challenge.
Out to DeSchmidt. That's Carrier on the ball.
That's bounced by it. That was Carrier. Sorry. I'm used to seeing Leo there. I'm sorry.
Well, and
sorry,
you
Sean.
mentioned all the space in front of them, and I think that's something that we saw last
yeah,
Saturday.
we did.
Carrier was
We did.
largely unmarked for most
Carrier
of the
has
game.
been on this far side where DeSchmidt is. He's been on the near side near the fans, and now he's switched sides. Hence the confusion of this old man needs glasses. But he was. John has switched sides, and that's great to see. He can play on both sides and both feet. So, Bywater with the corner. So you can play it deep, play it short. Goes deep, across the box.
Finley over the top. Looked like a replica of that header he had in the last game. Scored a
much.
goal, the third goal of the match.
Great touch and just over the bar. Chattanooga looking much more dangerous than Memphis are right now.
Finley on the right wing was a threat all last Saturday. And heads it now, looking for Zeka. Headed out to Andrew Forrest. Back to Mario Hyman, the captain of Memphis side tonight. But yeah, like we said, Simon, Carrier had so much space in that game on Saturday, and we're
Right.
starting to see that a little bit today. I'm not
We are.
sure why they don't close down on him a little bit more.
It's partly intelligent running that he sees a gap and goes into it, and he hangs back from his marker too, and they don't stick to him as close as they should do. Memphis have been good at marking so far in this game, but they are leaving some holes, and I think they're pushing forward a bit more, trying to be more aggressive to respond to that first goal, and that means they often leave gaps as they try to press forward, and Chattanooga know that, and they'll take advantage of it.
Damian Austin out to Nishi. Nishi collides with Leo DeSchmidt, and the assistant's flag waves. Another free kick for Memphis.
Nishi's spending a lot of time on the floor tonight.
Been all over the place for Memphis. Last Saturday, we saw FC Carolina bring only 3 subs and have to play with a man down for the last 10 or so minutes of the match.
That's right. Yeah, that was. We were surprised they didn't bring the full squad, and that kind of left them a bit exposed when they did all the substitutions. And a player got injured in the 80th minute.
Won't be a problem for Memphis tonight.
Right.
Full squad on the bench, and the header
Oh.
by Damian Austin
Doesn't connect and goes right across the goal.
glances off his forehead.
Yeah.
But a good opportunity there in front of the mouth of the goal.
How about a big hand? Thanks for calling, for coming out to see us tonight.
And we'll take a quick moment to thank another sponsor, the Center for Sports Medicine, the official trainers and orthopedic provider for Chattanooga FC. So Pita. Touchdown by Leo DeSchmidt. He's got speed. But he's beaten by Damian Austin. Well done by the right back. Looking for Nishi in the middle of the field. CFC asking for the handball, and they get it. A lot of whistles so far in the 27th minute.
Absolutely. It's kind of holding up play a little bit. But, when the referee has to call these things, but it's making the game stutter and stop a little bit, isn't it, Lucas?
Indeed. Out wide to DeSchmidt.
Nice
Intercepted
interception.
by Austin. Back out to Dunstan. DeSchmidt again.
A little too long there. Back to the keeper. Shadows lengthening in Finley Stadium now as the sun goes down behind Raccoon Mountain and Lookout Mountain. Making it a lovely evening for soccer as it cools down a little bit. The Memphis keeper, of course, for the sun in his eyes, which is not helping him a great deal.
Right.
But,
Always an advantage for
it
Chattanooga
is.
playing on this side of the field.
Absolutely. This is a field that is definitely affected by sunshine.
And we saw, looked like
Not
Wadden
going-
go
yeah,
down quite easily there in the box. Referee not buying it.
Not going for the penalty kick at all there.
Jordan Dunstan on him.
Well, if Jordan Dunstan's on me, I'll probably go down too because he's a big lad.
Right. Aldred tries to thread it through to Zeka.
Oh, doesn't quite work. Trying to get the break going. So Memphis regrouping.
To Andrew Forrest.
Nice turn there.
There's Jermaine Steele.
Oh,
Excellent
nice.
tackle by Dunstan.
Comes in hard there.
But Steele back on the ball. Nishi's open to his right, but he chooses to go inside looking for Wadden. Closed off.
DeSchmidt bringing it forward.
Goes out wide to Finley. Finley's got space.
Nice control. One touch, bring it down. Back to Young. Bywater. To
Here's Aldred.
Nice ball to Zeka.
Flag goes up.
Offside called again. That was a nice little move coming there. Memphis getting very good at playing the offside trap.
Chattanooga been caught offside 3 or 4 times so far.
That may be the best defence that Memphis have got, is to use the offside trap. A lot of teams do that, and it does pay.
Memphis sitting around mid-table in the NPSL South, and an ambitious
trying to
long
chip
shot.
Oh, trying to chip the keeper there.
That looked like Matt Aldred from midfield, and it looked like he was going for the crossbar, and Struts just puts it in front of
The
him.
keeper was off his line there.
A lot more uneasy than Struts would have preferred there.
Yes, definitely.
Zeka
Zeke's
waiting
got
for
Finley,
Antonio to make his
ball
run.
through to Antonio steals it away from the
He'll
defender.
control it.
Takes his time, looks up, looking for support. Cross to Schmidt. They've got tons of room.
Here's the Schmidt.
Oh,
Puts on a move.
They've both got pink
Puts
boots.
on another move.
There
and
he
he's
goes.
tackled by Damian Austin. Austin had a good game there at right back. We'll see him and DeSchmidt going up against each other
Yeah,
for the next
he will.
60 minutes.
Nice ball.
Was a handball there. Lewis
Right,
Jones extended the arm to settle it.
I think he caught the upper part of his arm there. And still a handball in its weight on the upper arm. It's below the shoulder, it counts as the handball. I think that's the part of the body he used to bring things down.
Good call from the official. A few more Chattanooga fans coming into the stadium here in the 31st minute.
They're taking the Skull train for a walk up and down the middle of the fans here because everybody wants to see it. And we now this week have a flag master who takes care of the flags. So he is making sure the flags get a good walk around. Everybody gets to see him. So him and his recruits are going to be taking the Skull train around the stadium quite a lot during the. Something you'd see if you're in the stadium. So if you're close to here, do come down for the game one night. You've got another chance on July the 4th when we host Georgia Revolution on the evening of July the 4th. 7:30. There'll be a lot more shenanigans and tailgating going on too during the afternoon. I'll tell you about that later on. We've got a couple of announcements from the Chat Hooligans about the events they planned for July the 4th, and I'll give you details on that shortly during the course of the commentary.
Yeah, be sure to come spend your Independence Day at Fort Finley.
Yep, come here and be independent of boredom because there'll be lots going on.
Excellent play on words, my friend.
Well, I do what I can.
Here's Andrew Forrest. Intercepted by Jake Young. Antonio tries to find Zecca with the outside of the foot, but safely to the feet of Hyman.
Doesn't connect. Carrier back to Zecca to Antonio. Nice play here.
Gonna switch it out wide to DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt looking to switch it again, but he'll cut it back. Plays into the middle to Bywater. Out to DeSchmidt again. Back to Bywater. And back to the defense, Jordan Dunstan. Bywater, an engine in the midfield for Chattanooga.
Right across to Jake Young.
Aldred. Good
Carrier.
ball to Carrier. Out wide to Finley. Finley's got some space. We'll see if he puts one in. He does.
Right across. Oh!
Little too high for Zecca, but DeSchmidt will collect on the left side. He might have one of his own. No, he'll go back to Bywater. Bywater will put it in, but
Charge
blocked
down
off.
to Carrier, gets the deflection, takes the shot.
Memphis closing in on these Chattanooga shots early.
Luke Parker trying to get away.
Parker using his
Speed, he's
quickness
so quick.
to get away from Matt Aldred. He does. Here's Andrew Forrest. Looking for Parker, right to the chest of Soren Juhaszczyk.
Chattanooga defense calm things down there.
They've been cleaning up everything that's been thrown at them so far in this game.
They certainly have.
DeSchmidt now on the left wing. Looking to play Zecca, but too much on it, and Struts will collect. Already in the 34th minute, Chattanooga leading 1-0 on a goal by Felipe Antonio if you're just joining us. Here's Hyman. Joshua finds. Out to Andrew Forrest. And Luke Parker can't beat Soren Juhaszczyk to the ball. So here's Carrier over the top.
Trying to set Antonio free, but doesn't come off this time.
Going high to Nishi. It's a great ball. Nishi
Through on his own, trying to get a touch.
dinks it past Pizza for the equalizer.
Gets the goal.
What a ball in by Jermaine Steele. Nishi settles it with his head, uses the outside of his foot, puts it just out of reach at the far post for Paulo Pita.
Yeah, in the 34th minute, Memphis equalised. This game's not done, Lucas. We got lots more to go. That was a nice touch. And Nishi was under pressure, and two defenders still managed to sneak through and just touch it out of Paulo Pita's reach. A nice goal.
First goal allowed for Chattanooga and for Paulo Pita since that win against Nashville
Wow, that's been a long time since then.
2 Saturdays ago here at Fort Finley. So Chattanooga now. Can they respond?
Chattanooga on the back foot. Not sure they expected to be there, but here they are.
They've played well while down so far this season, not
have.
giving up pressure.
Right.
Another ball over the top. They're going for the long balls, looking for the forwards. Nishi is down over on the right wing. The referee will let play continue. Going to Finley. Finley's way
Called
outside.
Yeah.
And they may have to help Nishi out. Still down over on the right side. See if Memphis is forced to use their first sub of the game for the goal scorer.
Everybody's coming in for a bit of water too. It's really hot down there tonight. It's really hot in that field.
Nishi still has not gotten up. 83 degrees tonight here in Chattanooga.
We would like to give a special welcome.
Probably will stay around 80.
Participants, some of the kids involved in our operation.
Nishi now helped up.
If you're with the City of Chattanooga Youth and Family Development Centers from Carver,
See if he comes off.
or Glenwood, or Patton, or North Chattanooga, welcome.
Can't really see what's wrong with Nishi, but he's not at his best right now. It's like he's
Taking the jersey off.
wanted to get a bit
Nah,
of treatment or something.
just putting it back on. Looks like he'll stay on the field.
Well, everybody's taking a pause for a water break, which is a good idea in this heat.
Right.
So, while we're on the break, let me mention a couple of things the Chat-Hooligans got going on, and I'm going to give you a brief description of these. There's more you can find out about on the Chat-Hooligan page on Facebook, so do check that out and see what they're up to. They're having a very busy couple of days coming up. One of the things they're doing is they're involved in the Pride fundraiser, which is something all the supporters groups across the USA are doing in support of LGBT charities, and doing a little fundraiser for that for small amounts, just $1 a goal, and that will go to support that cause, and they'd like you to get involved in that if you wish to. Play is resumed.
Aldred going over the top to Zeka.
Zeka not holding back,
And he
goes
pulled down. The referee won't call it.
Looks like it was pulled down in the box. The referee is not giving it.
Joshua Fines right behind him. Looked like a foul from up here. The referee had a better view than
Yep.
we did, Simon.
Right. Referee's not giving it. Play carries on. Memphis coming on the attack.
Chattanooga's not happy with it.
Not at all.
Neither is head coach Bill Elliott. So Chattanooga throw in. Nishi going up for it. It's called a foul.
Looks like Nishi's okay if they're able to resume
like
play.
it.
That's good. Don't like to see a player injured.
The goal scorer for Memphis playing at that center forward spot in the 4-3-3.
Ingrid taking the single touch there. Antonio right across to Jordan Dunstan.
Dunstan to DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt taking his time to Antonio.
There's Antonio again.
Takes a touch. Too much on it. We've been saying his name a lot. Have a feeling we're not done.
I think we will do, yeah. Memphis trying to break it.
Jermaine Steele looking for Luke Parker. It's a good ball.
Very fast, and Peter gets
Paulo
to it.
Pita has some trouble getting away from Parker. Just clears it out for a throw-in.
Nishi picking it up quickly for a throw. Trying to make something of this
In
while
the
the
middle
keeper's
for
out.
Wadden.
Luke Parker, and it rolls out.
Be a corner.
Corner for Memphis. Memphis suddenly turning it around and getting aggressive again.
Starting to challenge a little
Yes.
bit more after that equalizing goal by Nishi.
Yes, they are. Definitely an interesting game to watch. If you're a neutral, it's a great game too, because both teams are starting to really wake up and go for it. So lots of action to come tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, we might have a good one here at Fort Finley. Lewis Jones to take.
The movement in the box.
Ball in, headed in by Damian Austin, but bounces safely into Paulo Pita's hand. Slips as he's punting it away, and it's collected by Jermaine Steele.
Who, for some reason, kicks it out of play. But anyway,
So Chattanooga throwing. Approaching halftime, 40th minute here at Finley Stadium. Anything you'd like to see more of from CFC so far, Simon?
Goals, Lucas, goals.
Carrier. Antonio making a run.
Trying to break through. Finley picking it up.
Finley will collect it.
Finley gets there first, controls the ball. To
Looking for Antonio.
Oh, a weak pass there.
Not
to
near
Zeka.
enough on it.
Zeka is just like frustrated he didn't come a little closer.
Zeka nearly had a couple
Yeah.
chances today, just can't get that first
It's
shot
that
on
last
goal.
piece of the puzzle there, not getting.
Right. Keba Demba. Looking for Nishi again. This is how they scored. An excellent touch.
2-on-1. This time the Chattanooga defense a little sharper and they close him out.
Nishi using his small stature and quickness to get under the Chattanooga defense. Has a good touch. They're going to be playing those long balls to him.
I think they are. It's him and Luke Parker who are both quick players.
Here's Bywater to Antonio. Hyman on his back, gives it back to Finley. Antonio wants more, but he goes inside to Carrier. Finley looking for Antonio. Flag stays down.
Still onside. Antonio.
He's going to have a shot.
Oh, and the
Excellent
keeper saves
save.
it again with his foot.
Strutz uses his right foot to
Second
close off.
time he's used his foot to block the goal. That would have been a good instance for Antonio to flip it a little higher in the air. It would have gone right over his foot into the goal.
Antonio catching his breath.
Yeah.
Intercepted by DeSchmidt.
Antonio needs to get back on
Antonio
side.
trying to get back on side. He's going to
The Memphis defense playing him on side. so
dispossess
he's,
there by Wadden.
Out to Aldred, trying to bring it back under control. Bywater fighting for it, trying to get back.
Here's Jermaine Steele. He's keeping it. What will he do with it? Sliding challenge by Soren Juhaszek.
Lovely. Bywater back to Dunstan. Chattanooga get out of danger again.
Over the top
Carry
to DeSchmidt.
along.
Keeps it in.
Trying
Well
to set
done.
Zeka free. There he goes.
Zeka's got space.
Zeka's got
Goes
space.
inside to Antonio.
Oh! Steps over the ball and slides right through the box.
Inches away
Amazing.
from another shot on target for the leading
How
goal
many of
scorer.
these are we going to see where it's like a foot or so away from a goal? Just waiting that last bit of contact.
Chattanooga creating more and more of those chances now in the last few minutes since the equalizer. Hyman back to Strutz. Strutz telling his team to push up. Almost at halftime in the 43rd minute.
Yeah, Memphis trying to make something build.
Back to Andrew Forrest, to Hyman. Memphis taking their time on the ball.
Chattanooga's defensive line pushed way up there, Lucas.
Out to-
Almost did 1/3 of the field. The whole back line is pushed forward.
That's right, a lot of players coming back to help for Chattanooga. Cleared out by Jake Young. An attacking throw-in for Memphis. And a lot more to play for in this game than NPSL points, Simon. We talked about it with El Conductor before the game. The Volunteer Shield. Important to own your state for all four teams in the state, all four NPSL teams.
Yep, that's right. So there's that added bonus of the Volunteer Shield to play for tonight as well.
And like we mentioned, a lot of players know each other on these two teams, and you always want to beat your friends when you're going up against them.
Finley gets one touch nicely back to Jake Young.
Here's Aldred.
Keep it moving.
Zeka.
Pushed over.
Pushed off by Hyman.
This time the referee calls it.
Referee calling Hyman over. Will we see a card here? No, just a warning so far.
A warning, but there's been a lot of repetitive fouling, and referees don't like that.
No bookings yet, but you get the feeling that we're going to see one before this game's over.
I think there's one coming. Maybe two or three. Let's hope not, but we've seen it many times.
Saw a few very clean games in the last three.
We have, yeah. It's been good.
Very free-flowing games. So Leo DeSchmidt over the ball.
Deep into the box.
Drifts it in. Aldred tries to head it back in the middle, but it goes over the crossbar.
That's a bit too deep there, and the angle is so narrow. in the last minute of regulation.
See if the referee allows them to play any longer after 45.
There's been some stoppage. I'll expect a minute or two of extra time. But, regulation ticking away. Strutt's putting it back into the game.
Jake Young clears it. Hyman trying to settle. He's under pressure from Antonio. Forrest clears it up the line. And here's Nishi. Back to Steele. Out to Austin.
There will be 1 minute of stoppage time. The official time will be.
We'll play another minute. Regulation is up. We'll go until 46 here. Fines. Demba out to Austin.
Both teams run the clock down a little bit here. Probably looking forward to a break.
Cleared by Pita. Some positives and some negatives to go over for Coach Bill Elliott.
Well, that's right. Positives in that early goal, but conceding was not probably in the plans. So, yeah, looks like we're going to go into half-time at 1 apiece.
Nishi being held. Cross in, no one there. Should see the whistle any second now. Finley clears it up. Antonio gets a touch on it. Just too much. 45 down, 45 to go here at Finley Stadium. We're tied at 1. The goal by Felipe Antonio, his 5th of the season. Chattanooga will take the lead. And the goal by Shota Nishi for Memphis.
In the 33rd minute. So 2 good goals there. Different styles and both not huge net-busting shots. They both count and both 2 well-played goals. So yeah, 1 apiece at half-time. Before we go in and we take a short break here, I'll remind you that there is a game here. The next home game is July the 4th against George Revolution. There'll be a long tailgate on the Independence Day. And during that, there'll be a special event on from called the Pie and Mash, where the Chattanoogans, the Chattanooga Hooligans, are having a pie in the face fundraiser for resettling veterans who are homeless. And $5, you can throw a pie into the face of your favourite Chattanooga player or coaching staff, or even Chattahooligan as well. So $5 to throw a pie in somebody's face is a pretty good deal, and it raises money for a good cause. That's from 3 to 6 during the course of the tailgate on July the 4th. So something else to look out for. All the details of that and the other events I've mentioned on the Chattahooligan Facebook page. Go there and have a look at it. And if you aren't a member, please join and find out about all the events that are going on with the Hooligans during the season and the off-season too.
And a quick thank you to one of our sponsors once again. Before we head out, Clumpy's Ice Cream, our ticket sponsor. Check your ticket for a special offer to save on some cool, delicious Clumpy's Ice Cream next time you come to Finley Stadium. So that's the first half here from Fort Finley. 1-1, Chattanooga against Memphis City FC. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
Absolutely. Don't go away. Here we go. And we're back. Second half about to kick off. Chattanooga in dark blue, playing from right to left on your field, on your screen. Memphis in all white. At the half, one apiece. Two interesting goals. The first strike from Felipe Antonio in the 16th minute. The equaliser from Memphis by Sato Nishi in the 33rd minute. So one apiece. Let's see what Chattanooga have got up their sleeves tonight.
Right, one change made by head coach Bill Elliott, bringing in Jerry Wiltshire to replace Jordan Dunston. Of course, Wiltshire, former Memphis City FC player.
Right.
Playing on that left side of the three-man defense. The only change made by either team, other than that, everything is as they started. And here's Wiltshire on the ball. Antonio, a good touch. Simon, of course, CFC would want more goals than they had. That's the main thing. They had the chances. They weren't short on chances, but just couldn't. Only put one in the back of the net. But other than that, what is one main thing that you think Coach Elliott took away from that half?
I'm sure he took away that dedication and the effort and the energy they put in. It's like they almost backed off a little bit and lost the concentration, didn't make the passes connect. They had a lot of chances and attacks that broke down right at the end with one touch that wasn't good enough. I'm sure he's going to tell them to focus and not take things for granted and keep the energy going, but focus on pass completion.
Wiltshire has some trouble there, but it gets out to Leo DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt
goes long, trying to set Carrier free.
looking for Carrier. On Saturday, we saw towards the middle of that second half, both Zeka and Antonio being taken off for Luke Winter and Samuel Goni, who each notched an assist and a goal for each other.
Yep, we saw them both warming up at half time too. So I'm expecting that to be repeated today and Goni and Winter to return during the course of the second half.
It was Bywater. Carrier out to Zeka. Zeka to Aldred. Bywater. Antonio, and 1-2 with Aldred.
1-2, yeah, again, that's what we were talking about. The pass completion, making those little dinks and runs work. And that's an example where they aren't quite getting the connection to work. They need
Just
to.
not completing that final pass.
Not at all. They need to do that.
A couple guys warming up on the MCFC bench.
Yeah. Looks like Chattanooga's getting Sammy Goni warmed up. So he's stretching a bit, getting ready to go out there.
See if he takes off a forward. Goni, a versatile player. Can score goals, can play in the midfield.
Looks like Jacob Lever warming up as well.
We saw him come in the game against
he may see him come on
Carolina.
as well. In the meantime, Aldrid's trying to break through the middle, getting in the traffic and plays it wide to DeSchmidt, who's unmarked. DeSchmidt deep into the box.
Zeka gets a head on it. Over the bar.
A little bit too strong, doesn't get it down and it goes over the bar, but a much better move from Chattanooga there. Certainly looking a lot more dangerous.
So Chattanooga looking for their third straight home victory. Excuse me, fourth straight.
Fourth, yep. It's like Luke Winter's getting warmed up too.
Looks like we might see a lot of the same changes that we saw last Saturday against Carolina.
That worked so well in that game. Aldred fighting for the ball, getting past two.
Aldred, Antonio.
Nice.
Antonio, good ball to
DeSchmidt
DeSchmidt. He's going to try to play it into Zeka. No, he's going to shoot it.
Struts holds that, gets
Struts.
his body right behind it, and good save.
Looked like he had Zeka running in, but he chose to take the shot. And Struts calmly saves in the 50th minute. It's still tied 1-1. Antonio trying to put some pressure on him. Boots it upfield. So a lot of first-year guys getting some time last Saturday, but might not be the same situation tonight. Still tied.
Right, I think Coach Elliott may go with experience this time when it comes to getting a definite result.
So the Chattanooga free kick right around midfield. Wiltshire came in to replace Jordan Dunstan on the left of that three-man defense to Aldred. Out wide to Finley, but the chest goes out of bounds. Quick thank you to another sponsor, EPB Fiber Optics, the official service provider for Chattanooga FC's live streaming technology. Learn more at epbfi.com. Aldred, he's got some space. To the Schmidt. Schmidt touches it inside.
Trying to get that connection to Antonio.
Again, that final pass in the box, not connecting for Chattanooga.
That connection issue we talked about earlier. And again, Jake Young not getting the connection there.
Nishi using his speed. Finds Parker. Parker finds Wadden. Nishi. To Parker again. Parker. Good job of shielding the ball from Leo DeSchmidt. Out to Austin. Plays it back to Fines. Fines, not sure who he was looking for. Finley calmly heads it back to Pita. Bywater. To Aldred, and then Finley. Excuse me, Carrier. Now to Finley. Carrier has had a lot of space in this game. Antonio trying to break free from Fines.
Carrier trying to go wide, again outplayed. And
Carrier going down, grabbing that right ankle, but he pops back up, try to run it off. Parker trying to beat Juhasczyk to it, but Pita calmly clears it out. So it'll be an attacking throw-in again for Memphis. Memphis's defense seems like early on in the second half doing a bit better job of closing off Chattanooga, again with those final passes like we mentioned.
I think you're right. I've been thinking about that, looking at how the game's been in the first half, and they've certainly tightened things up in their defence, which means Chattanooga have to work a lot harder to get through it.
Steele back to Fines. Ball played in.
Doesn't bother Peter
By
too much
Lewis.
there. Nothing too challenging.
A calm second half so far. Both teams just trading possessions.
Yeah, of course, if you say that, there'll be some drama immediately. So it's
Right.
being calm and slow, then it all just goes mad.
Well, I guess that's why I said it then.
Okay, it works. Aldred back to Zeka. Antonio trying to get the connection to work here.
Bywater out to Finley.
Chattanooga have to be patient.
Chattahooligans here at Fort Finley looking for something to cheer about in this second half so far. Still tied at 1-1, the 54th minute. Here's Carrier. Looked like the ball was intended for DeSchmidt. Hits the feet of Zeka.
And Zeka got in the way of that.
And now Memphis try to counter a little bit. Here's Austin. Plays it, tries to go inside to Nishi. And Zeka sliding challenge.
Oh, that's going to be a card.
And there's the first booking
First
of
yellow.
the game.
The first yellow card for Memphis.
It'll be Keba Demba.
Very aggressive challenge.
Tough challenge.
Easy yellow.
Zeka taken down. So there's the first yellow card. We saw it coming, I think, Simon.
Well, we did.
Didn't know
We
who was
did.
going to get it. A lot of candidates so far, but It will be Demba who's booked first.
Yep, that was a very unreasonable challenge there. So Chattanooga with a free kick. Dead straight on goal from about 35 yards out.
Neither team has really made a threat from these long free kicks into the box. We'll see if Chattanooga can break that streak here in the 56th minute.
So Deschmet over the free kick.
Only 4 players at the box for Chattanooga.
Plays it short.
Choose to play it short to Carrier. I like that decision to just build up play instead of put it into the box. Not much success seen from that tactic from either team so far. Aldred, 1-2 with Bywater.
Well. Oh, Bywater goes
Bywater
down.
goes down. Referee
No penalty.
doesn't put his whistle in his mouth and will play on. Aldred.
Chattanooga still keeping the pressure on here.
Chattanooga trying to up the tempo a little bit.
Bywater across the box.
Ball in for Bywater.
Too strong, just beyond Antonio.
Tim has a A7 in.
Hyman played well in the center of the defense. The Memphis City captain. Looking over the top for Luke Parker. Aldridge slips on it. It's given up. Steele. Memphis on the break here. Going wide. Here's Jones. What
Nishi
will
calling
Jones
for it.
do? He's going to play it in for Steele.
Nishi unmarked on the far side.
It's cleaned up.
Luckily they didn't get the ball over there.
Chattanooga now try to produce something of their own. Looked like could have been the best chance for Memphis. It's wasted away.
Goni and Winter warming up now at the far end of the field. I think they'll be coming on very soon.
Looking for Zeka. Flag goes up.
Takes the shot.
Would have been a nice one.
Would have been a great goal, but it was offside.
Was all alone there in the center,
Yeah.
at that center forward spot. Nishi tries to steal it away from you, Haschek. And Aldred looking in for Antonio. Antonio plays it up for Zeka. Can he beat his man?
Zeka goes down.
Goes down. No whistle there.
No whistle
Austin.
again.
Austin muscled him off the ball. So Nishi now going down the line. Keeps it in.
Just in play.
Aldred comes sliding in. And Juhaschek takes care of it for CFC, but well done by Steele. It's a CFC corner, or excuse me, throw in. Wilshire will take it. Head coach Rafael Rodriguez has to be proud of his Memphis squad so far. They've held their own here at Fort
Yes, they
Finley.
have. Yep.
Jake Young going long.
Long for Carrier, but that's even beyond his power.
So game slowing back down a bit. Wadden goes down. Excuse me, Demba goes down, so a free kick for Memphis. Anything Chattanooga needs to change here, Simon, or do you think just keep trying to link up and make that pass in the
I
final
think some
third?
fresh length may be the answer here, Lucas. This is about the point of the game after an hour of play where Coach Bill usually brings on a substitute or two, and I think that's coming up fairly soon. But yeah, I think fresh legs might be an answer. Some different styles of play. Somebody's got a bit more in the engine room who can run a little faster and just get away. 'Cause it's only going to take a couple of steps to get away from the challenges that Memphis are making.
Wilshire does well to prevent that cross from Wadden. It's a Memphis corner.
Something with some energy, maybe just what it needs to get things moving. Or a different style of play, just a slightly different technique.
Chattanooga came out in the second half. Same formation, the 3-5-2. Only 5 subs allowed in NPSL play. Chattanooga only used 1, Jerry Wilshire, to replace Jordan Dunstan. Ball in here, headed out. Nishi collects. Tries to float it in, headed away by DeSchmidt.
Finley away.
Now can Chattanooga counter?
Can Finley use his speed and get away here? Held up by the Memphis defense, but throw goes to Chattanooga.
Tackled by Demba.
Taken fast by Carrier. Set
Zeka
off.
here. He's going to look for Antonio.
Antonio
is
well held by Struts.
Beaten by Bennett Struts.
Wow. If he hadn't got a hold of that, that would have been good night. Good save.
As we mentioned in the Southeast Conference Division of the NPSL, Chattanooga tied with the New Orleans Jesters in points at the top. Memphis with 10 points, sitting in 7th right now out of the 10. So Chattanooga in this 4-game stretch playing the bottom 4 teams of the table, something they have to take advantage of, and they have so far.
Definitely. This is the best chance they have to score goals and improve their points and goal standings.
Let's see if they can end this 5-game home stretch on a positive note tonight here in the 62nd minute at Fort Finley. Still 1-1. Thank you for joining us on our live stream today. Felipe Antonio's goal was brought level by Nishi not too long after.
Long ball there.
Here's Wadden. Well done by DeSchmidt. Gets the ball. It'll be a goal kick. Things have quieted down just a bit here at Finley Stadium as the game's quieted down.
They have, yeah. Yeah, the crowd's not quite as vocal. Chattanooga's trying to get them all whipped up again.
Probably see that change as the game goes on. About 30 minutes left here. Sun has set over Lookout Mountain. The free kick at midfield, and Chattanooga will do a double substitution. It will be Luke Winter and Samuel Goni coming in, and it will be Zeka and Felipe Antonio coming off. Same substitution that we saw last game, Simon. This time, though, it's not one by one. It's both at the same time.
Together, yeah.
Do you think Bill Elliott just wants a change up top?
I think he wants to turn the screw a bit. These two were such a great partnership on Saturday, and then he wants the same thing again. As soon as they came on, they changed the game, and they got goals, and they just terrorised the defence. So he wants a repeat of that.
Takes off two forwards for two more forwards, just as capable of scoring.
2 forwards with a ton of experience and a ton of goals between them too.
Antonio got his 5th goal this season, leading goal scorer for Chattanooga. Goni with his 1 goal from Saturday, and Luke Winter at 3 right now on the season. In his 7th season with Chattanooga.
Aldered, trying to find space, nobody there. Struts, a bad clearance.
Winter's going to have a chance.
But the defence is up to it and pushed it away.
Andrew Forrest does well. So John Finley will have a throw in. Can Luke Winter add to his impressive goal scoring record here at CFC, the leading goal scorer all time in the club's history, 58 goals.
Carrier back to Finley.
Here's Bywater.
Finley in space. Crossing
Plays it in. Goni.
Not cleared.
Looked like the ball caught a defender there. Should be a corner kick for Chattanooga.
Sammy got the strike in, but deflected out off a defender. Chattanooga keeping the pressure on here.
So Leo DeSchmidt to take the corner as usual. More players warming up for Chattanooga. Already 3 substitutions used. Can Chattanooga take the lead here in the 65th minute? Luke Winter and Samuel Gonya, the new forwards on the field.
By water deep, headed back across
Ball
the box.
in, headed in, and
Goal
did it
mouth.
cross the line? No, they'll keep playing.
Goalmouth scramble.
Looked like Gonya that got the head on it.
I thought so too.
Lifted his hand, thought it went over the line. But the assistant referee thought differently and will continue play 1-1.
Tense moment for Memphis there. A lot of pressure in the box. You can see that Sammy Goni and Luke Winter made the difference coming on already.
Just like they did on Saturday. Memphis after today goes to Birmingham to play the Hammers and then closes their season out at home against Knoxville. Here comes Wadden. Good ball in. Goal, Memphis. They take the lead.
It's like
2-1 here in the 66th minute.
It's like Luke Parker.
I believe it was Lewis Jones,
it Lewis
with
Jones?
the finish. Yes, it was. Lewis Jones
You're right, Lewis Jones.
taps it past Paulo Pita. And now Chattanooga facing a deficit for the first time in this game.
2-1 down. in
And
the
a yellow
67th
card
minute.
given to a CFC player. Looked like John Finley.
Yeah, probably for dissent.
So not a good stretch there for Chattanooga.
A yellow card each there.
Right.
Yeah, confirmed that was Lewis Jones getting the goal.
And it was Leo De Schmet who got the yellow for Chattanooga.
Leo De Schmet. Leo doesn't get many yellows, that's interesting.
Not happy with it, still discussing with the official. And for Finley, certainly a lot quieter now. Down 2-1 in the 67th minute.
This is the time the supporters drive the players on as the 12th man. Let's see what they've got to. Chattanooga cannot sit back now. They want to win this one.
This would be a huge win for Memphis, especially for that race for the Volunteer Shield that we were talking about pre-game. El Conductor mentioned to us Memphis pretty much has to win this game to be in the conversation.
That's right.
A lot to play for tonight. Chattanooga trying to get a few points clear at the top of the table. Carrier pulled back a little bit by Jones, but no call.
Quick throw. Carrier looking up. Finley free on the far side.
Finley's gonna cross
Crosses
it.
deep.
He's got men. Gonya goes up for it, but it's too high. Collisions there at the 6. And here's Wadden. Up and looking for Parker, but it's cleared away by Wiltshire. Chattanooga playing a bit on their heels in this last couple of minutes. Coach Bill Elliott has made his 2 changes at forward.
Yep.
We'll see what other decisions he makes.
That will pay off.
Here's Parker. Wilshire clears it up. Strutz is going to have to bring it into his own box. Was under pressure there from Gonya, but he picks it up. Now wide to Austin. Chattanooga trying to calm things down, regain control of this game, get that equalizing goal, keep their undefeated season alive. Steele.
Nice touch. Winter goes down on the challenge. Referee calls it.
Whistle's blown at midfield. Chattanooga will have a free kick. Referee didn't like the extra activities there. Looked like it was Andrew Forrest getting the warning. Wiltshire. Here's Gonya. Loses track of the ball. Steele to Parker. Out to Steele. Nishi making a run. He wants it. Parker pulls it back. Sends it inside to Wadden. Wadden to Parker. Closed off by Carrier. And Finley clears it upfield. Luke Winter charging for it. Ball may go out of bounds. No, Hyman will get to it And Winter does well to win the throw-in.
Yeah, deflects it off Hyman to get the throw there. Very good play.
Doesn't give up on the ball. Hyman doesn't like the call. Referee having to have a lot of conversations tonight.
He is. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose control of the game here.
Chattanooga has 20 minutes to find an equalizing goal.
And a winner too.
And they'll be looking for the winner too. Throw in back to Young. Young to Bywater. They exchange passes and Young will go up the line to Finley. Finley to Bywater. Bywater into the box. That's the Schmeck going up for it, wants a foul. '71st minute. So goal kick by Struts. Chattanooga having a lot of possession, but struggling to link up in the final third.
I think you're right. That seems to be the issue. The play is creative and they're using the full width of the pitch, but it's that last link is causing the problem.
Well done. That was Demba fighting off midfielders there to keep possession. And Steele out wide. Floated in
Ball
far
chipped
post.
in.
Not too much on
off
it.
the frame, but no danger to Peter there.
Another thank you to a sponsor, Paranorm Imports, the official wine importer of Chattanooga Football Club, as well as Marion Environmental, offering a wide range of environmental services and emergency response across the Southeast. Proud supporters of Chattanooga FC.
Referee having a word with the coach from Memphis. Not sure what that was about, but he's asking him to stay in his box and keep calm.
Not long left in the regular season after tonight. As we mentioned, Chattanooga headed to Nashville for that rematch against International FC
Right.
on July 1st. And they're back at home against Georgia Revolution on July 4th. And then they'll close out the season against FC Carolina and Charlotte on the 8th. Hyman trying to keep it away from Finley. Aldred plays it back in. Winter to Goni.
Goni
Popped
in the
up.
box. Winter after it. Collides with the
Struts
keeper.
and Winter run into each other. Shake hands.
Yeah, a collision, but no harm done.
Here's Memphis trying to extend this lead. A long shot off the
Whoa.
crossbar. That was Jones again,
Yeah, good
looking
shot.
for the brace.
Good shot. Peter had to push it away, and it's
Pita did more than he would have liked there, glancing it off the crossbar.
it did. Very
winning
good
the
save.
corner.
Very good save.
So Pita keeps it at a one-goal game. And that would have been quite a goal from Lewis Jones.
I really would.
And Jones will take the corner. He's been all over the place tonight. Jones sends it in, cleared away by Young.
Chattanooga pushing out.
Goni waiting for it, but is beaten
Yeah,
to it.
dispossessed by
Here's
waiting
Austin.
for it.
Steele touches it
Memphis trying to
past
break again.
Bywater. And Steele looking for Parker. Parker tries to get a touch ahead of him.
Gets hold of it, but it flicks away. Out for they're giving a corner.
Another Memphis corner.
Memphis corner. He's got a touch from the defender there.
Chattanooga not getting a chance at the moment to equalize here in the 75th.
Got to be a little frustrating. As time ticks away here.
And here comes another substitution for Chattanooga.
It's like Jacob Lever coming on. And two substitutions again. This is the last two. Ball's deep in the box. Memphis gathering it up. Trying to break into space to shoot. Defense breaks it down. Now Chattanooga got a chance to break.
Here comes Chattanooga.
Goni and Winter.
Ball sent in. Here's Aldred. Well done by Austin to intercept.
Really able to get hold of that one. Luke Winter was beaten to the punch there.
Looks like Jacob Lever getting ready to go in, like you mentioned, Simon, as well as Mark Bion. Couple midfielders.
Yeah, the midfielder worked hard tonight. They could do the rest, I'm sure.
Here's Parker, using his speed.
Look at him taking off. He's so
Good
quick.
touch.
Finally goes.
Cleared up,
Player
way too much
far,
on it.
Too strong for Luke Winter to get hold of it.
That was DeSchmidt. Just trying to get the ball to the feet of Winter. Him and Goni desperate to combine for something tonight. About 14 minutes left in regulation. So Chattanooga will have one sub left after this double substitution whenever the ball goes out of play. Looks like a substitution getting ready to come in. Charles Blankenship for Memphis as well.
He's been a danger man for Memphis too. He's had a good season. So we're going to see if he can add to the score for Memphis. I hope he doesn't, but he will probably want to try to.
Carrier can't keep possession. It's back to Juhaszek. No, Nishi steals it away.
Complete misunderstanding there between the defenders.
Nishi trying to use his speed. Referee calls it.
Substitutions going ahead now.
Here comes
Sure,
substitutions.
that break in play.
Charles Blankenship going into his redshirt senior year at East Tennessee State. Looking like, see who he's taking off.
Juhaszek coming off.
So Blankenship takes off Wadden for Memphis.
And Matt Aldred.
Aldred, the captain, comes off.
Juhaszek.
So Wilshire will move to the center of that defense. Lever out on the left. And Bion replacing Aldred at that defensive midfield spot. Charles Blankenship, a native of Memphis, Tennessee, goes to East Tennessee State. Blankenship streaking down the right side, looking for his first touch.
Lever gets to it first.
Back to Wilshire. Wilshire now anchoring the three-man defense for Chattanooga after the substitution of Soren
Trying to
Juhaszek.
reach Goni, but too strong.
So a little more shifting we're seeing from Coach Bill Elliott tonight. Bywater's header goes straight up into the feet of Jeremy Steele. Jones out to Nishi. Boy, is he fast. He'll beat Young to it. Makes a move, trying to get to the goal line. And his cross goes out of bounds safely. Paulo Pita will have another goal kick. Time running out a little bit for Chattanooga. About 11 minutes left in regulation. Another substitute getting ready to come in for Memphis.
Number 4.
Fernando Moreto coming in. Taking out Fines in the center of the defense. So Memphis beefing up their back four, trying to keep this lead. Last time Chattanooga was down 1 in this stadium, we saw a dramatic come from behind victory against Nashville. has really turned their season around. Can they continue that trend tonight? Approaching the 80th minute. Ball sent in. Too much on it.
Too deep. Yeah. Not making that connection again. The last part of the pitch.
Parker.
Got to work on that.
Here's Steele.
Trying to come
Steele
through 2
trying
on
to
1.
split the defense.
And
Cleaned up.
doesn't get where he wants to get.
Had Nishi to his left. Tried to make an individual effort. So now Finley. We've seen him on the ball a lot tonight for CFC. Back to the middle of the defense, Jerry Wiltshire. Wiltshire, like we mentioned, formerly a player for Memphis City. Ball in
Trying to
here.
get Luke Witness set free there and not working out.
Winter pressuring. Here's Hyman, the center back, drifting up a little bit. He'll have his arms around Bayern. Of course, that's going to be called there. We might see a card here as well.
Yeah. That was definitely.
Hyman's had a
calling
couple
him
of
back.
warnings tonight.
Lift up the cards coming out.
So second yellow card for Memphis. Excuse me, third.
Third yellow card.
And Chattanooga has 1.
Yeah.
Hyman not happy with the decision. Had his arms wrapped around Bayern there, right here near the byline. Right in front of head coach Bill Elliott. Elliott would have had some words to say to the official had that not been called.
Absolutely. That was clearly a foul.
Leo DeSchmidt then. Gonna try to put a good one in here for CFC. Can they equalize? About 8 to 9 minutes left here in regulation.
Deep into the
Good
box.
ball. Luke Winter gets ahead on it.
Yeah, too much power and it goes over the bar and that attack breaks down.
Chattanooga, 4 wins and 4 draws. 0 losses so far in 2017. Trying to preserve this undefeated season. While Memphis looking for their 3rd win of the season. Last time these two teams saw each other in Memphis, it was a scoreless draw.
Referee calls the foul there.
Right down goes Demba, and there'll be a free kick in midfield for Memphis.
Ball back
Steele.
around. Memphis gather it up, trying to come through, powering through that defence,
No, it's
but
Demba on the ball.
breaks down to nothing.
Chattanooga's trying to provide a spark. More players warming up on both sides. Chattanooga only 1 sub remaining. Bywater.
Space, but
The Schmack gonna try
chase
to
that
pressure
one down.
Struts. Headed back in by Bywater. Back out to Finley. Keeps it in. And they'll start over with Paulo Pita.
Chattanooga FC fans, tonight's attendance 3,854. We need all of you.
Announced here just now at Finley Stadium, 3,800 people here for Chattanooga on a Wednesday night. As
Lever
Jake
trying to keep
Lever.
it in. Yep, 3,854 tonight. A good crowd for a Wednesday. If you're watching on the stream, you really should be here.
And it looks like we'll see our final sub of the match for Chattanooga. Felipe Oliveira coming in. Another former Memphis player. Looking like he'll take out John Finley out on the right wing.
He's replacing Leo DeSchmidt. So he'll
DeSchmidt.
probably, go into that position.
Oliveira from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. One of the guys on CFC's team that actually played under head coach Bill Elliott at West Florida. Led the team in goals and assists in 2015. Playing against a lot of his former teammates tonight. Steele to Nishi.
Memphis trying to break. They're outnumbered, but trying to make something out of this.
Over the top of John Finley.
Ball out for a corner to Memphis.
Another Memphis corner here in the 85th minute.
5 minutes of regulation time remaining, folks. What a Chattanooga got up their sleeves. The crowd are willing them on, willing that ball at the back of the net for Chattanooga.
Memphis is going to play it short here. Taking their time these last few minutes. Shielding the ball at the corner flag. Ball goes out for another corner. It's Luke Parker and Lewis Jones together down there in the corner. Wasting as much time as possible. Chattanooga needs a late goal.
Deep into the box, right through, and
Here's
too
Blankenship.
deep there. Just trying to
Blankenship
make
does
something
well.
out of this.
Tries to put it in, but it's blocked off by Wiltshire.
Hits the corner flag.
That's right, it stays in, and it's a throw in for Memphis. Excuse me, a corner kick for Memphis. So time ticking away for Chattanooga. Can Memphis hand Chattanooga their first loss of 2017? Shielding it is Luke Parker. And Luke Winter clears it away.
Huge hoof down the field.
That's
there,
right.
Getting it away from the danger area.
Could probably play defense, you think?
He should play anywhere, pretty much. Nishi.
Here's
gets set
Nishi.
free in
His
space.
flag is down. He gets past Pita and
Oh!
just across the mouth of the goal.
Misses the open goal.
Had Lewis Jones in front of the net as well.
Guffs it
Ball was
right
too
across.
high. Chattanooga catches a break. They
Very
have a shot
dangerous
here.
there. Yep.
87th minute. Can they equalize? Luke Winter doesn't get a good touch. Here's Jeremy Steele.
Referee calls the foul. Luke Winter again. Doesn't like the way he tackles Steele.
Chattanooga does not have the ball on the right side of the field here in these last few minutes. Ball will be played in by Jones. No, it'll be back out to Austin. Blankenship.
Memphis taking their time here.
Over the top to Parker. Bion is fouled.
This time a foul to Chattanooga. Wiltshire to take it.
Crowd making their voices be heard. 88th minute. Are there any late game heroics left in Chattanooga? We saw it 2 Saturdays ago against Nashville. In stoppage time, Denny Reynolds free kick. Reynolds not playing tonight for CFC. Looking out for Nishi on the left wing. Jake Young clears it out. So Andrew Forrest, the throw-in for MCFC. Luke Parker, Lewis Jones, a long shot again.
Way over the bar.
He's
but,
wanting to get one of those.
He really is.
Time running out, about 1 minute left in regulation. See how much stoppage time the referee awards. Chattanooga will want as much as it can get. A little push there in the back from the substitute, Fernando Moreto and Luke Winter. So Chattanooga gonna put everyone in the box here. 90th minute.
Crowd on their feet now.
This place will erupt
The
should they
whole
get an
crowd's on their
equalizer.
feet watching this.
Tyrion Bywater on the ball. Bywater delivers it.
In the box. Pushed out by Memphis.
Out to Carrier.
Back to Finley. Finley trying to turn. Carrier.
Back into the box. Chested by Gogny. Bion looking for Winter, but it's intercepted by Hyman.
Not come off at all.
Finley trying to regain possession. Ball stays in somehow. Nishi. Legs get tangled up, but the foul is called on Jake Young. The 90 minutes are up.
See how much injury time we have. Maybe a minute or two, Lucas.
Saw a couple of yellow cards, but other than that,
2 minutes. There we
it
are.
is 2 minutes.
2 minutes of injury time. Not long for Chattanooga to make a difference in this game.
MCFC so far done a good job of closing this game out. Can they finish in these last 2 minutes? They'll have a throw-in. No, a corner kick. Not the ideal situation in stoppage time for CFC.
Yeah. Memphis will run this one down as slow as they can do. Try and hang on to that 1-goal lead. A slender lead, but they all count.
Another Memphis throw-in. Not long left now. Memphis looking to seal it.
Wiltshire cleans up.
Chattanooga.
Goes right through. Back to Peter.
Does Chattanooga have
Peter
one more
clearing
attack
it
left in
deep
them?
into the Memphis half. To Goni.
Will be a throw-in. Lever will take. Goes up the line.
Long throw. Flicked on.
Bion is offside. Was that the last chance for Chattanooga? Referee stopping play here. There's a man down. Asking for a sub. Not sure who it is there near the penalty area. Coming off slowly. Might have been Lewis Jones down there. The goal scorer for Memphis, the go-ahead goal scorer. So referee should add a little bit more here at the end. Some time running off as they're making this substitution. Slowly coming off.
Very slowly coming off indeed. Maybe the slowest substitution I've seen this year. Number 22 coming off Memphis.
Matt Ross coming on. Believe it's Lewis Jones coming off for Memphis.
I think you're right, Lucas.
Scored the second goal that might hand Chattanooga their first loss of the season. So referees should give a little bit more time here. See if Chattanooga can build something. Going long for Samuel Gogny. Gogny can't get past Hyman. Hyman has done well today.
Goni pushing forward. Gets the ball back.
He's got Lever. Lever gonna play it in. Blocked off. Will be a throw-in. Referee will let them take it. Chested down by Gogny, but
Runs
not
it.
enough control.
Yeah.
And steal to Parker. It's
Parker's
a
trying to
2v1
break.
now.
What's Parker got? He's so fast.
Memphis looking to put the nail in the coffin. It's behind Nishi.
Trying to get up for the shot.
Nishi's gonna take the shot.
Blocked out. Back to Carrier. Carrier breaking for Chattanooga.
Maybe the last chance for CFC tonight. Carrier does well to regain
All the way
control.
through, trying to get the ball through.
Tries to
Cannot
thread one
find the
through,
gap.
and there's the final whistle.
That's it, folks.
Memphis hands Chattanooga their first loss of 2017, 2-1. Chattanooga falls to 4-1-4. Ending this 5-game stretch here at Ford Finley on a negative note, but still season not over, Simon.
Absolutely,
Got a couple
Lucas.
games left,
Lots to play for.
and a tough one coming up against Nashville.
Yes, definitely. Yes, against the new team in Nashville on Saturday night. Don't forget, there's the bus. You can ride with the Chat Hooligans. Go to their Facebook page and sign up to ride the bus and support your team up in Nashville on Saturday night. Yeah, not the result we expected, Lucas. Quite a shocker there to see Memphis turn it around and snatch the victory from one down.
That's right. We saw Felipe Antonio get his 5th goal of the season early on, and then the equalizer from Nishi in the first half.
Right.
And then Lewis Jones with the winner from Chattanooga. Well, before we go, we'll thank another sponsor, Coca-Cola Chattanooga, offering Coke, the official soft drink, and Powerade, the official sports drink of Chattanooga Football Club. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Be sure to go to Chattanooga Brewing Company to watch the live stream against International FC. Chattanooga goes down tonight 2-1 here at Fort Finley against Memphis City FC.
Yep, a great game. Thanks for sticking with us. Hope you enjoy watching it. Very enjoyable to watch. Not the result we wanted for Chattanooga, but nevertheless a great game and good to watch. And some lessons to be learned there for Chattanooga FC, I'm sure. So stay tuned for the game at Nashville on Saturday night, and be back here on the 4th of July for the game against Georgia Revolution on Independence Day. As I said, lots happening that day. Check out the Chattanooga Facebook page and Chattanooga FC for updates on those events that are going on. And we'll say goodnight for now. It's myself, Simon Neal, for Chattanooga Live and Underground Productions, and also my good buddy Lucas Panzica. Lucas, thanks for stepping in while Carlos was gone.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been great to have you on board with us, and thank you for watching, folks. We'll let you go and say goodnight, and we'll go and talk to some of the players, see if we can get some reaction about tonight's game. So from us here in the stadium, it's a good night. We'll see you on Saturday for the game against Nashville.